For a million years, their world was defined by the soil beneath their feet. They were a people of the sun-scorched earth, their bodies forged for the endless pursuit across dusty savannas. But the land was shrinking. The rivers, once a source of life, became trickles of despair. Driven by a primal, burning thirst, they walked to the very edge of the world they knew. There, the horizon was no longer just a line of distant trees. It was a vast, shimmering blue that sang a song of an impossible new frontier. A myth whispered around campfires, now a terrifying reality. The ocean was a void that defied their every instinct, a barrier of liquid and immense mystery. This is the story of how a species born to walk the earth dared to challenge the water, how a simple journey for survival became humanity's first great leap into the unknown. Chapter 1: The Thirsty Land. For a million years, they were a people of the earth. Their feet knew the dust of the savannah, their lives bound to the rhythm of the hunt. But the land was drying up. The rivers shrank. The air grew still with a desperate thirst. Driven by instinct, they turned their backs on the known world. Their only hope, a whispered myth, the great water that lay beyond the distant mountains. Chapter 2: The Green Labyrinth. They survived the plains only to find a new world of green, a labyrinth of life they had never known. Every shadow held a new danger, every plant a new lesson. They adapted, they learned, their resolve hardened by the struggle. But their journey was far from over. Through a break in the trees, they saw it for the first time. A shimmering blue line that stretched to the horizon. The myth was real. Chapter 3: The Singing Water. The ocean. It was more vast, more powerful than their stories could ever capture. A place of endless life and terrifying fury. It filled them with a mix of awe and fear. They feasted on the sea's bounty, but remained rooted to the land, watching the waves. Until a storm washed ashore a gift, a fallen tree, hollowed by the sea. The water was no longer a barrier, it was a vessel. Chapter 4: The Floating World. Their greatest leap wasn't a physical step, but an act of imagination. With ingenuity and raw courage, they transformed the wood into a cradle for their dreams. Their first voyage was fraught with peril, a tiny raft on a boundless blue.
Look!
They were at the mercy of the wind and waves, a people of the land now daring to float on the great unknown. This was their defining moment. They were no longer just survivors, they were pioneers. Chapter 5: The New Horizon. After the storm came the calm, and with the calm came the reward. A new land, an untouched paradise waiting for them. There was no going back, but there was no need. Their journey was a testament to their spirit, a story of how an impossible challenge can forge a new identity.
Look!
On this new shore, a new chapter of humanity began. They were no longer just a people of the earth, but a people of the sea. They were home. And so, the journey ends, but their story continues. The great thirst that drove them from the land of their ancestors led them to a world reborn. The ocean, once a monstrous barrier, became a new home, a new source of life. On this island, the Homo Erectus who dared to conquer the water will thrive. They are no longer just people of the earth, they are people of the sea. Their courage opened a new chapter, not just for their tribe, but for all of humanity. Their first voyage was a step toward a future of discovery, a testament to the insatiable human spirit. The ocean is no longer an end. It is now the path to everything that comes next.